Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome again to this week's edition of Forex Forecast. I come on here every single week to give you guys 5 currency pairs, 5 amazing setups that will make you a lot of money every single week. And this week I'm bringing again 5 currency pairs. You guys know my record on this channel. 70% of the time I am always correct. 70% of the time that I predict currency pairs for you guys every single week, it plays out exactly the same way I actually predict. It actually works. Last week I gave you guys 4 currency pairs. 3 out of the 4 currency pairs actually played out exactly how I said they were actually going to be playing out. So if you've been missing this Forex forecast every single week, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Okay, you're leaving money on the table. Subscribe to this channel right now. If you're yet to subscribe, click the like button, drop a positive comment, and of course give the video a thumbs up. Let's jump right into this week's analysis. Let me show you guys what we are going to be expecting this week. So this week is going to be a bit light on the fundamental side. We're expecting Fed Chair Powell to be speaking on Wednesday and Thursday at about 3 p.m. GMT, and it's going to have a lot, of course, anytime Fed Chair Powell opens his mouth, a lot of things happen in the market. Okay, so it might actually be very become very rowdy in the market on Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, but however, aside that, maybe on Tuesday we'll have the building permit coming out for the May on USD. That's like the only significant news event I actually see coming up next week. Okay, on USD most especially. So however, let's look at the technical side. Let's see what we're expecting. So let's start today's analysis with NZD. Okay, let's start with NZD-USD. NZD-USD is one of the currency pairs I predicted for you guys last week. I told you guys that the market was actually going to be dropping. I showed you guys this zone last week. I told you that the market is actually going to be dropping from this zone right here. This is where the market was as of last week, and the market dropped pretty well. Retested that same zone, wasn't able to break through, then we actually kept dropping. So this week I'm actually expecting this market to actually keep dropping. Now here is our new zone. This is where we are expecting some line of action to happen at about this zone first target, and then this zone as second target. I'm expecting this market to at least get to this zone, the first zone, within next week, and then to continue pushing down the upper week. Okay, we might get a slight resistance at about this zone, because this zone right here was a previous resistance, became a support. The market is back there. It's looking like we're getting a rejection, but from my experience of trading, this rejection might actually not going to be holding, because on a long time, on a higher time frame, the major support right here is at this second target where I showed you guys, and that's where my eyes are actually, where I'm keeping my eyes on for this week. Okay, so what are we expecting? We're expecting this market to actually keep dropping, but of course it will not be wise to be selling at this time. I'll actually want this market to give me a 50% retracement, or at least to a significant a much more significant retracement level, let's say the 61.8. so if we get this market to reject about the zone, then back to 61.8, and I get my favorite entry patterns at the 61.8 level, let's say a double top for instance, then that'll be very nice for us to actually push this market all the way down. Okay, so this is what I'm actually expecting to happen on the NZD-USD. Once I can get a significant retracement to, let's say, the 50% retracement level on the Fibonacci, then I'll actually be selling this market NZD-USD. So I'm quite bearish on NZD-USD for this week. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the AUD-USD. AUD-USD has a much very similar analysis. Of course, they are correlated currency pairs. Now this is the zone we are looking at. We're looking at this zone right here at about the 0.6588 zone. That's where we're looking at to get the next level of action. So we have a little bit more space to scalp this market to the downside, but of course I'll be waiting for a retracement, a fib retracement to let's say, because this trend is really strong. If we can get to, let's say, 38.2, I'll actually be willing to sell anything from here. If we get a retracement to 38.2, I'll be willing to sell. If we're lucky to get to 50%, that would be nice. I will not be waiting to get to 1.8 because of the strength of this trend. Okay, so if we get any of this, I'll be selling from this point to this. Okay, so it is actually a scalp opportunity about this is maybe less. This should be less than 100 pips or so on AUD USD up for grabs. So I'm quite bearish momentarily on the AUD USD. The market might actually get to this point and decide to rally upwards. I don't know, but between Monday and Tuesday, anything after Tuesday, I might not. This setup will actually be invalid because of some of the fundamental news events coming, and also my style of trading. Scalping opportunities are much more easier to get on Mondays and Tuesday. Anything beyond that point, the market most of the time actually starts reversing. If you're a veteran trader, you should know this already. So however, that's what I'm expecting on the AUD USD. Okay, it's a scalping sell opportunity. Now the GBP CHF is another currency pair that is presenting something that looks like an opportunity. On a daily time frame, you can clearly see that this market is reversing from this. Sorry, there's no one to pick right here. You can see the market touch this zone right here. It has touched that zone in the past here as a resistance and also as a support twice, and the market approached that zone and we see a resistance from that zone. Of course, you guys know this is not a line, it's a zone, so there's no need to use a zone for it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So we can clearly see that the market was not able to give us a higher high. Instead, it's now making a lower low on a 4-hour time frame. So I'm expecting this looking like a head and shoulders pattern right here. There's the first shoulder, then we'll have this, the head, then we'll have the second shoulder. So if we're able to break and close below this neckline right here, if we get a break and close below this neckline right here, if I get a red candle to break and close below this neckline, then of course this market is likely going to keep towering all the way down to at least retest this previous channel right here. See this channel right here, this descending channel right here. This is probably going to retest this before it can actually decide to go up or to go down. Okay, so that said, I'm also bearish on USD CHF. Emphasis on if we break and close below this. If we do not break and close below this zone right here, I'm not interested in a sell. I want to see a break and close. I want to see a red candle break and close below this. Then we would be good. We would be good for a sell. Okay, let me show you guys exactly what I am looking out for. Excellent. So if we get something like this, then it looks like a breakout, and then we'll actually be selling. Okay, so that's what I'm actually looking out for on the GBP CHF. Okay, so let's move over to the next currency pair, which is the NZD JPY. Okay, NZD JPY. Sorry, USD JPY, not NZD JPY. USD JPY is looking still promising. Please, I'll put a disclaimer on USD JPY. I'm not going to be entering this trade with my 2 legs. Okay, we're actually going to be testing the waters on this, because what I'm seeing on USD JPY is actually headed to this multiple year high, which is this 148.78 zone. This is where we are likely headed, because the market has successfully broken and closed above this zone, which is the 141.93 zone, 97 zone, which is where I was expecting the market will reverse, but it didn't reverse at this point, strangely. So USD is very, very bullish. I mean, it's very, very strong at this time. So what I'm expecting to happen in this market is a retracement, so that we can actually continue, buying this market. So if we put a Fibonacci from here, let me put another Fibonacci from this other swing high to this. So we are seeing confluences that might interest you somewhere at about within this. This is 61.8 for this. This is 1.8. So somewhere around the zone right here. I know you guys don't know how to use double Fibonacci, but that's fine. So let me delete this too. So somewhere at about this zone is where I'll actually be looking for a buy opportunity. So if this market actually retraces to this point and I get a reversal of some sort, maybe a double bottom, engulfing, or some of my favorite candlestick patterns, then we'll actually be buying this market from this zone right here. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at for on the USDJPY. I'm quite bullish. The market has been bullish. I mean, I'm not thinking, I mean, the strength keeps, I mean, it's not waning. Okay, so it's looking very promising for a buying opportunity next week if we get a reversal to the 61.8 Fibonacci on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so the gold is one of the currency pairs. If you were in my live trading session, we do live trading session, guys. If you've not been watching a live trading session, every Thursday we come on here to trade with you guys live. Thursdays live. If you're ready to subscribe to this channel, you've been missing out. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out of our live trading sessions every Thursday once we go live, so you can jump in and make money with us. Last week we made money from gold. We made a lot of money from gold. I did an analysis on gold live with you guys. We entered the trade. I mean, hit like crazy profits on gold last week. So this week also we're going on Thursday live again. So if you're missing out on gold analysis, if you're missing out, you've been leaving a lot of money on the table. Okay, so this is the zone. I marked out this zone for you guys 3 weeks ago. I told you guys that gold was going to fall from here. It smashed our first zone like 2 weeks ago, smashed the second zone last week. So this is our next point. We're looking at the 185.8.30 zone. That's where we actually headed to next. So gold is actually going to be falling. From my analysis, it's actually still going to be falling pretty well in the next week. Let me put a moving average on this. Let me see what we have. Very good. So on the 4-hour time frame, you can clearly see that we're still way below the 50 moving average and also the 20 moving average. So we're still on a downtrend on gold, guys. So there are scalping opportunities that you probably have on gold. So I'll be waiting for this market to actually give me retest this zone again. I want this market to retest this zone right here. Once again, I want a retest to this zone. This will give us a better entry. Of course, you can decide to sell at this point, but the problem with selling at this point is that your stop loss would have to be very, very far, which I don't support this. I don't like it. So I'll prefer this market to actually retest, give us a retest back to this level, then we get a rejection, then we can get a better risk to reward. So I'll wait for this market to return back to this zone at about the 1937.11 zone. If we get a rejection from that point, then that tells us that this market is actually going to be falling once again, continuing either to retest the zone one more time or to break through and keep going down. So my analysis on gold is actually bearish. I'm bearish on gold if we get a retest at the zone. Okay, if you're here to subscribe to this channel, like seriously, man, you're missing out. Subscribe to this channel. I have a lot of valuable content on this channel. Check my live video sessions. I teach amazing stuff every Monday mornings. If you're missing our mentorship classes, weekly classes, these are like 3 things we do every week on this channel. Mondays, free mentorship program. Thursdays, live trading. Weekends, live, and market forecast, weekly analysis. So there's a lot of value in this channel, guys. Subscribe. Let's make money together. I love you guys. Keep trading. If you want to check out my training program, we have a trading program. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access. The link is on the description. If you want to learn how I do this analysis, how I've been able to make millions of money from the market every single week, the link is on the description. I've taught hundreds of students how to make money, and you can actually join the number of people making money using my strategy, my trading psychology approaches in the market, and my risk management strategies. I love you guys. Keep trading. See you guys next week and have a wonderful week. Goodbye.